Chunky. Open the gates. Open the gates. Lebowski.
I classify as natural Negro with Nigerian blood. My first shout out goes up to the creator above. Then Mama San provide.
Now let's talk about NCAA. Matter of fact, why you got the Florida Gulf Coast University on there. So tell me about what you was telling me earlier about them.
Dunk City is back, man. And they can shoot three-pointers now. So they're a complete team, and this is a team that's going to do something. It might go to the Elite Eight this year. Florida Gulf Coast, man.
Do you think there's going to be any significant impact on the tournament with the scandals going on with all the big schools right now?
Nah, because they're letting motherfuckers play.
But do you think that's going to change at all in the next 2 months?
Nope. Maybe Sean Miller might not be there. He might actually be the one to get, cut so the rest of the nation what not to do. Because this will happen.
I could see it going one or two ways. I could see it being like they got their investigation going on. Everybody still plays like it's nothing's going on, and then they finally do something after the tournament. Or I could see them finishing their investigation in like 2 weeks and like you ain't playing. I could see it going either way. But either way, the NCAA is going to look bad.
Right. I think they'll let it play. And
either way, the NCAA is going to look
right.
like
At
assholes.
the end of the year, they'll get all that contractual shit worked out. Mm-hmm. But man, it's gonna be a great tournament this year to watch.
So you picking Florida Gulf Coast to go to the Elite Eight?
Yeah, maybe, man. Maybe at least Sweet 16. I need to see what's laid out, man.
Uh-huh.
But man, we need to have there was a few years ago where they made it to like the Elite Eight or almost Final Four or some shit. And they were pretty much playing way above the rim, man. They weren't just running out shooting three-pointers. And these motherfuckers are throwing alley-oops and catching it behind referees and dunking it all awkward and shit. Just homies that could jump. But now these motherfuckers can shoot and jump.
How good is Arizona as a team?
Arizona as a team was good, but now that Aiden is going to be a beast. That guard they lost, he's
an afterthought.
He's an afterthought, man. That's 20 points down the drain, man. You can't fuck with it.
You know who I can't stand in college basketball? I can't stand Grayson Allen. I can't stand because his name is always in the fucking papers, always in the house since he's a freshman. Now, if he's that fucking good, why is he still in college basketball?
Because he's a 4-year product. And Duke does that. Duke puts out 4-year products all the time.
Like he's supposed to be the next Christian Laettner?
Well, he's just supposed to be some white boy that can shoot.
Yo, dirty, stripping ass.
He is a dirty motherfucker,
He ain't stripped nobody this year
he's
yet,
done this shit. He scoffs at these motherfuckers. He don't even.
I don't like him, man. I don't like that dude, man.
Yeah, he's got that fuck you Christian Laettner type shit going on. Everybody hates him because he's, maybe they have their little weird preconceptions of motherfuckers and shit. That's why, people hate people.
Yeah, I don't know much about college basketball.
But he's a snobby, dirty little motherfucker. And if I was playing elbows, man, that cures all that shit, man. A foul for a foul.
What do you make about this young kid out of Oklahoma? Trey Young.
Trey Young is whack, man. He's whack. And not only that, he's going ball.
Since the defense is fucked up, he's like 19. He's talking about he's going ball.
He's going ball like a motherfucker. Hold on to it, dog.
It seems like, he started out the year so hot, and then once the defense started tightening up on him, he can't fucking maneuver through that. And it's like, dude, if you're going to be a great, you got to work with that.
Right. And, if you watch him shoot, man, I'm telling you, a lot of his shots, if you know basketball, he just throws it up there, man. It just luck. He can get that thing into the other thing. He just can make buckets.
And you know that
under pressure, he's whack, man.
But you just know that inevitably the Steph Curry comparisons are going to happen because he's little and he's light skinned.
Right. That's the only comparison.
That's why I hate our country so much sometimes. Like that nigga's not going to be Steph Curry.
But
sure, they're like, oh, he's averaging 29 points. I'm like, so what? Steph Curry averaged 33 points in his like last year. They still didn't make the tournament because the rest of his team was shit.
Yeah, they did make the tournament once or twice, though.
They made the tournament his sophomore year, and he was the reason they made the tournament. He's fucking bombing all these people.
I was like, wow, look at these motherfuckers, man. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. But then I seen his dad in the stands, And
I'll still say to this day, whoever was in charge of drafting back in the year Steph Curry draft is a punk for the Timberwolves. You're a punk motherfucker.
Had that little motherfucker.
I was told that
perfect in Minnesota. I
was told that Dale Curry told Timberwolves not to draft him because Steph wouldn't want to play here. I'm like, who gives a fuck what Dale Curry says? I've gone on record and said it before, and I'll say it again. We should have had Steph Curry here, and whoever was in charge of drafting that year, you were a bitch. Anyway,
I think that might be the McPhail years.
Man, Him and Kevin Love on the same squad, just spacing the floor out.
There you go. Have fun. It's just pass, shoot, shoot, and with accuracy.
That would have been nice.
And that was when Kevin actually rebounded.
And they had Ty Lawson.
He would go in there and rebound. He didn't give a fuck.
Now, we would have made Steph the 2.
You couldn't give him a rebound.
We would have made Steph the 2. We'd have Lawson at the point and Steph at the 2. Sick.
Well, none of this shit would have occurred if Marbury would have just stayed with KG back in the days and caught 2 rings. At least.
At the very least. Yeah. So college basketball is warming up. As we see, we're going to see what these scandals play. I'm not even,
just Pam.
That's another thing. I'm not even mad about these, alleged, because it's like they said they found one agency so far got students getting, pro basketball students getting money, But some of the receipts range from a dinner paid for the athlete, paid to their family. Some of this shit's talking about a couple $1,000s going to somebody. My thing is like y'all act like this is new. Y'all been talking about this shit in the media as far as making movies out of it and shit since the 90s at least with Blue Chip and all them other shits.
They gave you a premonition back then.
So this whole thing, my whole thing with this whole scandal shit, either way, it doesn't matter what the NCAA does to penalize somebody or not penalize somebody, y'all gonna look bad because people have known about this shit for years. Y'all have known about this shit for years.
And say goodbye. Ironic that you brought up Blue Chips. Mr. Shaq's son ain't gonna be playing with Arizona because he don't like the way you operate. So guess what? Now he probably goes to Duke. Or some dumb shit, man. I want him to go against Duke, and I guarantee
I want him to go to LSU.
I bet this one little itty bitty piece of my pinky that he don't go to Duke.
I want him to go to his daddy, so go to LSU.
Go to Minnesota.
They'll treat you like a king.
Do some dumb shit, man. Minnesota couldn't keep a basketball team. They got
that's the one thing about college basketball I'm sure of. The Gophers suck. And it's because their coach suck.
Man. Your coach, who?
Patino, you have not inherited that gene from your dad. You suck.
Can we get a brown coach?
You didn't inherit the fucking scandalized part of the gene. You got that part right. Slick back hair, dirty motherfucker. But hey, I don't want to be like that. You suck, and you should be fired. But they just gave him a contract extension last year. Fuck out of here, man.
Hey, speaking of baldness, he's really going bald. Young motherfuckers.
Who's gonna be the next Gophers head coach? Just so we can just think about that shit right now.
Me.
Okay.
I'll do a better job than that motherfucker.
You would.
Man.
You would.
Man. Okay, you run over here. You go over there. No, that shit ain't working, man. You gotta let them niggas just play.
That dude, Patino's garbage, man.
It's street.
Man, I wasn't even excited when they got him over here. They need to go ahead and bring the homie hot.
Chunky. Open the gates. Lebowski.
I classify as natural Negro with Nigerian blood. My first shout out goes up to the creator above. Then Mama San provide.